자, 여러분 반갑습니다. 오늘이 벌써 32회 연강이 되겠습니다. 오늘은 여러분들과 같이 지난 강연에서 공부했던 심플 리니어 레그레션 모델을 로그와 리시프로컬 이런 쪽으로 어떻게 익스텐션 확장을 하는지 오늘 간단히 공부하고, 그 다음 멀티플 리니어 레그레션 모델에 대해서 계속해서 공부하도록 그렇게 하겠습니다. 자, 여기 슬라이드에서 보시는 바와 같이 extension of the two variable linear regression model, models should be linear in the parameters but not necessarily in the variables. Regression through the origin to variables, population regression function called PRF, y equal beta 2 xi plus error term ui, where intercept is 0. For example, capital asset pricing model called CAPM, ER minus R is equal to beta multiplied by R large R minus small r plus mu I, where EI is the expectation rate of return on security I, R is the risk-free rate of return or the return on 90-day treasury bill. Beta is a measure of systematic risk. R is the expected rate of return on the market portfolio, and large R minus small r is the expected market risk premium. For empirical purpose, R minus R is beta large R minus R plus mu I, or large R minus small r is equal to alpha plus beta multiplied by large R minus small r plus mu, where is a market model where alpha is 0, and then yi is equal to beta I hat multiplied by xi plus error term. Beta I hat is equal to summation xi over summation x square. The variance of beta 1 hat is equal to sigma square over summation of x square. So sigma square is sigma hat square is equal to summation error term square over n large n minus 1. If alpha is not to 0, the formula beta I hat is equal to summation of xy over summation of x square. The variance of beta I hat is equal to sigma square over summation of x square. So sigma square is sigma hat square is equal to summation error term square over n minus 2. This figure shows the relationship between expected market risk premium and the beta, the measure of systematic risk. The relation between R and R minus R and beta is positive linear relationship. this curve is called SML Security Market Line. 자, 여러분 그 제가 이해를 좀 돕기 위해서 간단히 설명하면 시큐리티 마켓 증권 시장 주식 시장보다 더 크지요. 주식 시장을 스탁 마켓을 포함한 이 채권 시장까지 우리 그 다양한 유가 증권이 있습니다. 이 시큐리티 마켓 라인 SML 이 라인은 우리가 이 프리미엄 마켓 리스크 프리미엄에 대한 이 리스크 위험의 그 릴레이션십이 이렇게 리니어 릴레이션십이라는 거지요. 자, 여러분 이 포지티브 릴레이션이기 때문에 위험이 크면 프리미엄이 커지지, 그지요? 이렇게 위험이 이만큼이면 프리미엄이 이만큼, 또 위험이 이만큼이면 프리미엄이 이만큼 이렇게 커지지. 자, 하이 리스크 하이 리턴, 우리가 위험이 높을수록 투자 수익률이 높다는 거지, 유가 증권이, 그지요? 자, 우리가 스탁 시큐리티, 스탁은 우리가 주식 이렇게 얘기하고 시큐리티는 우리가 증권 이렇게 얘기합니다. 시큐리티 안에 스탁 주식도 있고 채권도 있고, 주식을 우리가 스탁, 채권을 우리가 BOND 본드 이렇게 얘기해. 자, 다양한 시큐리티가 있습니다. 자, 우리가 이 two variable linear regression 모델을 우리가 이렇게 이런 컨셉으로 익스텐션 할 수 있지, 그지요? 익스텐션 scaling and unit of measurement, the transformation yx to y star x star scale does not affect the property of the ordinary least square estimators. For example, both GPDI and GNP in billions of dollars. The regression model GPDI is equal to minus 37 plus 0.17395 GNP. R square is 0.564. The coefficient minus 37 0.17395. The above formula is the same as follows: GDPI in billions of dollars and GNP in millions of dollars. So scale and unit of measurement does not affect the property of ordinary least square estimators. 자, functional forms of regressional models, including log model, double log model, log linear, or consider following model: yi equal beta I xi beta 2 e ui, alternatively expressed as natural log yi equal to natural log beta 1 plus beta 2 natural log x plus ui mu I natural log e, where natural log e is equal 1. So natural log ex is natural log x is 2.3026 log 10x. E is equal to 2.71a, and natural ln stands for natural log. So this figure shows the relationship between y price and X, the quality of product or service. This demand curve yi is equal to beta 1 xi minus beta 2 e. On the other hand, log and log model, log natural log y is equal to natural log beta 1 minus beta 2 natural log xi. For example, natural log yt is equal to 0.7774 minus 0.253 or natural log xi. R square is 0.7448. F value is 26, relatively high. R square is relatively high, so price can be explained by the quality up to 74%. Semi-log models, log linear and linear log models. Model of the type natural log yi is equal to alpha 1 plus alpha 2 xi plus ui. This is log linear model. Yi is equal to beta 1 plus beta 2 natural log xi plus mu I. Linear log model. These are called semi-log models because only x or y is in the logarithmic form, where alpha 2 is equal to relative change in y over absolute change in x, and beta 2 is equal to absolute change in y over relative change in x. For example, natural log GNP is 6.9639 plus 0.0269 times over here. R square is 0.95%. The real GNP in United States of America was growing at the rate of 2.69% per year. This slide talk about reciprocal transformation of regression model. Reciprocal model yi is equal to beta 1 plus beta 2 1 over xi plus mu. For example, the Phillips curve for United Kingdom 1950 to 1966, yt hat is equal to minus 1.4 plus 8.7 1 over xi. R square is 0.3849. F statistic, F value is 9.39. So minus 1.4 is a wedge flow. As x increase indefinitely, the percentage decrease in wedge will not be more than 1.43% per year. This table shows the summary of regression models. Linear model, slope is beta 2, elasticity beta 2. Log linear model, log n linear model, slope is beta 2 multiplied by y over x, elasticity beta 2 x over y. Log linear model, linear log model, reciprocal model. These are the extension of two variable linear regression model. Okay, let's move the multiple linear regression model. Multiple regression analysis, the problem of estimation. Three variable model population regression function PRF as yi is equal to beta 1 plus beta 2 x2i plus beta 3 x3i plus mu, where yi is dependent variable, beta 1 is intercept, beta 2, 3 are partial coefficient, x2i, x3i are explanatory or independent variables, and mu I is a stochastic disturbance term. PRF stands for population regression function. Assumption of the regression model. First, zero mean value of mu, no serial correlation, so covariance of ui uj is equal to 0. Homozygosity, that means the variance of error term mu is equal to sigma square. Zero covariance between ui and each x variable, so covariance ui x2i is equal to covariance ui x3i is equal to 0. Fifth, no exact collinearity between x variables, no exact linear relationship between independent variables xi, x2 and x3. These are assumptions of multiple regression analysis. Interpretation of multiple regression equation. The conditional expectation of y, expectation of yi given x2i and x3i is equal to beta 1 plus beta 2 x2i plus beta 3 x3i, where expectation of yi given x2i x3i is conditional mean of expected value of y conditional upon the given fixed values of x2 and x3. Meaning of partial regression coefficient. Stage 1, regress y on x3, so yi is equal to b1 plus b13 plus error 1 e1i. At the stage 2, regression x2 on x3 only as follows: x2i equal to b2 plus b23 x3i plus e2i, where e1i is equal to yi minus b1 b13 multiplied by x3i is equal to yi minus yi hat. Stage 3, regression e1i on e2i as follows: e1i is equal to a0 plus a1 e2i plus e3i, where e3i is also the same residual term. Two variable sample regression function called SRF corresponding the population regression function. yi is equal to beta 1 hat plus beta 2 hat x2i plus beta 3 hat x3i plus error term. Residual sum of scale called RSS is the summation of error term square. Mean summation of error term square is equal to sigma yi minus beta 1 hat minus beta 2 hat x2i minus beta 3 hat x3i square. So y bar is beta 1 hat plus beta 2 hat x2 bar plus beta 3 hat x3 bar. So summation xi x2i is equal this formula. Thus beta 1 hat is equal to y bar minus beta 2 hat multiplied by x2 bar minus x3 hat x3 bar, where beta 1 hat is OLS estimator of population in set B, beta 2 hat, beta 3 hat, and the variance of beta 2 hat where are 2 or 3 square. Standard error beta 2 hat is root variance of beta 2 hat. This formula is very theoretical regarding partial regression coefficient, so we better understand this formula. Maximum likelihood estimator OLS of sigma square is summation of error term square over n minus 3 two variable case. Maximum likelihood estimate of sigma square is summation of error term square over n regardless number of variables in the model. OLS estimate of sigma square is equal to summation of error term square over n minus 3 in 3 variable case. OLS estimate of sigma square is summation of error term square over n minus k. In the k variable case, the ordinary least square estimate of sigma square takes into account the number of degree of freedom, whereas the estimator does not. In general, degree of freedom is greater than 13 is desirable. Multiple coefficient of determination R square and multiple coefficient of correlation R. R measures the goodness of fit of the regression equation. R square is the percentage or proportion of total variance of y explained by explanatory variables. So R square is to explain the sum of square over total sum of square is equal to beta 2 hat summation yx2 plus beta 3 hat summation yx3 over summation of y square. So R square is equal to 1 minus summation of error term square over summation y square. Error term means ESS, explained sum of square. R square should be between 0 and 1. R always positive, but R is equal to plus minus root R square. The fitted regression line explains 100% of the variation of in y. The model does not explain any of variation in y. For example, yt is equal to beta 1 plus mu t. Yt hat is equal 7.1933 plus 1.39 x2i plus 1.47 x0t plus mu t, r square is 0.8766, adjusted r square is 1 minus sigma hat square sy square, where sigma hat square is unbiased estimate of true sigma square, and sy square is a sample variance of y. So in general, r square is greater than r bar square. Okay, let's talk about a case study of multiple linear regression in R. Here are topics to be reviewed. First step is to collect the data. Second step is to capture the data in R. Checking for linearity, applying multiple linear regression model, and making a prediction. First step is to collect the data. So let's start with a simple example where the goal is to predict the stock index price, the dependent variable of fictitious economy based on two independent input variables, including interest rate and unemployment rate. Here is the data to be used for our example as shown in this table. Here column, row, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 column in this data set, and 1, 2, 3, about 20 rows in this data set. Stock index price, this column is the dependent variables, and interest rate and unemployment rate are the independent variables or input variables. So stock index price is dependent upon interest rate and unemployment rate. So we can use multiple linear regression model. Second step is to capture the data in R. Next, you will need to capture the above data in R. The following code can be used to accomplish this task: year, month, interest rate, unemployment rate, stock index price. Realistically speaking, when dealing with a large amount of data, it's sometimes more practical to import data, that data into RStudio. So the step is to check for linearity. We can check the linearity by using plot. Before you apply linear regression models, you will need to verify that several assumptions are met. Most notably, you will need to make sure that linear relationship exists to dependent variables and the independent variables. A quick way to check for linearity is by using scatter plot. For our example, we will check that a linear relationship exists between stock index price, dependent variable, and the interest rate, independent variable. Also, we have to examine the linear relationship between stock index price and unemployment rate. Here is the code that can be used in R to plot the relationship between stock index price and interest rate. Plot x equal interest rate, comma, y equal stock index price. And then we can see this scatter plot, stock index price, interest rate. The relation between stock price, stock index price and interest rate is positive linear relationship. You will notice that indeed the linear relationship between stock index price and interest rate, specifically when interest rate goes up and then the stock index price goes up. Okay, positive relationship between stock index price and interest rate. So there is linearity between dependent variables and independent variables. And for the second case, you can use the code below in order to plot the relationship between stock index price and unemployment rate, like this command. You can see a linear relationship between stock price, stock index price, and unemployment rate. So the unemployment rate is goes up, and then stock index price goes down. So we can argue that the negative relationship between stock index price and unemployment rate, but the relationship is linear relationship. So step 4, how to apply the multiple linear regression in R. We may now use the following template to perform the multiple linear regression in R. We can use LM, stands for linear model, dependent variable tilde, first independent variable plus second independent variable plus third, so on. And summary model, use this command to using the template for our example, model will be assigned by LM, linear model, dependent variable stock index price tilde and first independent variable interest rate and plus second independent variable unemployment rate, and then model, summary model. Once you run the code in R Studio, you will get the following summary. Call linear model Legendre coefficient, coefficient estimate, standard error, t value and p value. Intercept is 1798.4. interest rate coefficient beta 2, 345.5. unemployment rate beta 3, coefficient estimate minus 250.1. p value 0.058, 0.005, 0.0 4, 6. So asterisk stands for explain the level of significance at the level of 95, level of significance 99, so on. R square is 0.8976, so stock index price dependent variable can be explained by two independent variables, interest rate and unemployment, up to 90%. Step 5, how to make a prediction. Now let's make a prediction based on equation the above. For example, imagine that you want to predict the stock index price after you collected the following data. Interest rate is 1.5, unemployment rate is 5.8, and if you plug that data into regression equation, you will get stock index price will be 866. The predicted value for stock index price, therefore 866. So we can use the regression model to predict specific dependent variables like stock index price. Okay, let's move polynomial regression models. Polynomial regression models, for example, yi is equal to beta 0 plus beta 1x and beta 2 multiplied by x square. This equation, this model is second degree polynomial in the variable x. The stochastic version of this model, yi equal beta 0 plus beta 1xi plus beta 2x square plus mu I. The generic form of polynomial regression model, yi equal beta 0 plus beta 1xi plus beta 2x2 square plus so on. For example, 3 tied degree polynomial like total cost curve, TC curve. The parameter of total cost curve must satisfy following restrictions if one is to observe the typical U-shaped short-run original and average cost curves. Beta 0, 1, 2, 3 are greater than 0. Beta 2 is less than 0. Beta 2 square is less than 2, or beta 1, beta 3. In the next chapter, we will examine statistical significance of this result. We can use wild test. yi is equal to 141 plus 63xi plus minus 12xi square plus 0.9x cubic. R square is 0.9983. Taylor series linearize any non-linear function by using Taylor series. You'd better refer mathematical book. regarding Taylor series. This figure showed the total cost curve regarding cost and output. This green curve is average cost curve, red curve is marginal cost curve. The equilibrium point is the S-shaped total cost curve. S-shaped total cost curve. Total cost curve A plus bx plus cx square plus dx cubic. Average total cost A over x plus b xx so on. Marginal cost curve MC is minus 2c over 6d. If marginal cost is less than 0, the maximum. On the other hand, marginal cost is greater than 0, then minimum total cost. The game of maximizing alpha square y is equal to b1, b2, x1, b3, x2 plus so on, where addition or removal of error term depends on t-value. Max alpha square, choosing the model that gives the highest alpha square at all possible independent variables cross-sectional data type, has low alpha square and low t-value. On the other hand, time series data type has high alpha square in general. Remove outliers of observations. Cope-Douglas production function. This regression model is very useful to understand the relationship between labor capital and output. Y is output, x2 I is labor unit, x3 is capital input, E is base of natural logarithm, and mu I is stochastic disturbance term. In log transform, natural log yi is equal natural log beta 1 plus beta 2 natural log x2i plus beta 3 natural log x3i plus mu I. The property of Cope-Douglas production function, beta 2 is partial elasticity of output with respect to labor unit. That is, it measures the percent change in output for 1% change in labor unit, holding the capital input constant. Likewise, beta 3 is a partial elasticity of output with respect to the capital input, holding the labor input constant, and the sum beta 2 plus beta 3 gives information about the returns to scale. That's the response of output to proportionate change in the inputs. This curve decrease returns to scale if beta 2 plus beta 3 is less than 1. In this case, constant returns to scale, beta 3 plus beta 3 is equal to 1. So very elastic. The output is very elastic to labor and capital. increase returns to scale. Beta 2 plus beta 3 is greater than 1. We can say increase returns to scale. This model is called Cope-Douglas production function. Joint testing of hypothesis. Null hypothesis, beta 2 is beta 3 is equal to 0. Beta 2 plus beta 3 is equal to 0. F test, T test, beta 2 plus beta 3 is 1. F test and T test. H1 alternative hypothesis. 자, F test null hypothesis beta 2, 3, 4, 5 is equal to 0. F test F value is equal to R square R over 1 minus R square divided by degree of freedom. So explain the sum of square divided by degree of freedom over residual sum of square divided by degree of freedom, where F say how much reduce the residual sum of square. So y hat beta 1 if beta 2 is beta 3, 4, 5 is equal to 0. Y hat is beta 1 plus beta 2, x1 plus beta 3, x2, so on. Total sum of square is equal to explain the sum of square and residual sum of square. For example, y is equal beta 1, beta 2, x1, so on. Null hypothesis is beta 2, 3, 4, 5 is equal to 0. Y hat is beta 1. Total sum of square is equal to residual sum of square plus explained sum of square. Thus, total sum of square is residual sum of square. Null hypothesis is TSS is equal to RSS plus ESS. So F, where F say how much residual sum of square and degree of freedom. Okay. When you apply t-test on restricted beta 2, restrictions beta 2 plus beta 3 is equal 1, so on. General forms of Taylor series. General form of Taylor series is parametric, while Fourier series are non-parametric. Fourier and Taylor series are out of bounds of this class. 자, polynomial series y equal a plus bx, y equal a plus bx plus cx square, so on. Order is 2. Curves move to left if beta 1 goes up. This figure is move to left beta if beta goes up. Curves become narrower if beta 2 goes up. Beta 2 goes up, and this curve move to this curve. Polynomial series continued. Y equal beta 0 beta 1x plus beta 2x square plus beta 3 at the cubic. This G and P, this x-axis showed time. This curve is polynomial regression model. Polynomial. From here to here, expansion, peak, and goes up, or expansion, peak, and goes down, and trough, goes up, goes down, contractions. So we have to understand the terminology. Expansion, peak or boom, contraction, trough. Here real GDP, real GDP, time, peak, goes down, or contraction, goes down, or contraction, trough, recovery, goes up, or expansion. Here, this area is boom, and goes down. This linear line show the trend of real GDP over time. This cycle is business cycle. Always business cycle, goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, like sine or cosine curve. Contraction, expansion, recovery, boom, trend. 자, normality assumption. Once again, we assume that mu follow the normal distribution of with zero mean and constant variance sigma square. Normality assumption. The OLS estimators of partial regression coefficient which are identical with the maximum likelihood estimators are best linear unbiased estimators called BLUE, blue. Moreover, the estimators B2 hat, B3 hat, and B1 hat are themselves normally distributed with means to true. Beta 2 hat, beta 3 hat, and beta 1 hat. Furthermore, this follows the chi-square distribution with the n-3 degree of freedom, and the 3 OLS estimators are distributed independently of square sigma hat square. Sigma hat square is unbiased estimator in computation of the standard errors. The variable t is equal to b1 hat minus beta 1 hat minus beta 1 over standard error of beta 1 hat. T is equal to beta 2 hat minus beta 2 over standard error of beta 2 hat. So on, each follow the t distribution with the degree of n-3. The t distribution can be used to establish confidence interval and the best statistical hypothesis about the true population partial regression coefficient. The chi-square distribution can be used to test the hypothesis about the true sigma square, the variance of population. For example, US personnel consumption and personnel disposal income relationship, expectation of y given x2 and x3 as beta 1 plus beta 2 x2i plus beta 3 x3i, where Y is personnel consumption, X2I is personnel disposal after tax income, and X3I is the time measured in years, trend variable. R square is 0.9988, F value is 5128, very big number. So this regression model is good or best fitting model. Hypothesis testing of individual partial regression coefficient. Assumption mu I is normal distribution with the mean 0 and the variance is sigma square. Use t-test to test the hypothesis individual partial regression coefficient. Use two-tailed test. So use alpha over 2 decision rule. If t calculated value is greater than t critical, or t calculated less than minus t critical, and then reject null hypothesis. T calculated value is 14.9060, alpha is 0.05, so since t calculated value is greater than t critical value, so reject null hypothesis. We may conclude that beta 2 hat is statistically significant, that's significantly different from 0. The 95% of confidence interval for beta 2 is beta 2 hat minus t alpha over 2 standard error of beta 2 hat is less than and equal to beta 2, less than and equal to beta 2 hat plus t alpha over 2 standard error of beta 2 hat. Thus beta 2 is between 0.6205 and 0.8327. Since the hypothesized value of 0 does not lie in the interval, we reject the null hypothesis. So beta 2 is equal with the 95% confidence interval. Thus both tests reach the same conclusion. So in order to test regression coefficient, we can use t-test. Assumption UI sample size 15, null hypothesis beta 2 equal to beta 3 equal 0. Null hypothesis beta 2 is not equal to beta 3 is not equal to 0. Joint hypothesis beta 2 and 3 are jointly and simultaneously equal to 0. A t-test of overall significance of observed estimated regression line use the same sample data. This joint hypothesis can be tested by ANOVA technique. TSS is equal to ESS plus RSS with the degree of freedom n-1, degree of freedom, number of variables, residual sum of scale, degree of freedom n-k. So ANOVA table, source of variation due to explained sum of square ESS due to RSS and total sum of square. Sum of square SS like these formulas to compute sum of square. degree of freedom k minus 1 and large n minus k, large n minus 1, mean sum of square MSS can computed by using this formula. Important relationship R square and F value assumption mu I tilde normal distribution with mean 0 and variance is sigma square. K is number of variables including intercept. Null hypothesis is beta 2 is equal to beta 3 equal to 0. Null hypothesis F value can be computed by using this formula, where R square is ESS over TSS. The relationship, the larger the R square, the greater the F value. Thus the F statistic also attest to significance of R square. The F statistic, the overall significance of the estimated regression, testing the overall significance of multiple regression in terms of R square. Decision rule: if F computed is greater than F value, table value, then reject null hypothesis. Otherwise, accept the null hypothesis. Testing the equality of two regression coefficients. Null hypothesis beta 3 equal beta 4, or beta 3 minus beta 4 is equal to 0. Null hypothesis beta 3 is not equal to beta 4. Follow the t distribution with n minus k degree of freedom. So t value can be computed like this. T critical. So if calculated t value greater than the t critical, or t calculated is less than minus t critical, and then we can reject null hypothesis. So beta 3 is not equal to beta 4, or beta 3 minus beta 4 is not equal to 0. Testing the equality of two regression coefficients. This I'm gonna skip. Restricted least square Cobb-Douglas production function, as I mentioned earlier, where yi is output, x2i is labor unit, x3i as capital input, e is based on of natural logarithm, and mu I is a stochastic disturbance term. In log transform, this regression model, log model, economic theory suggests that there are constant returns to scale. B2 plus B3 is equal to 1, or linear equality restriction. There are two approaches to test this restriction is valid. The t-test approach and the other is f-test approach. Cobb-Douglas production function. F-test approach, refer to the next page. Here I'm gonna skip. General F-testing, example of null hypothesis: beta 2 is equal beta 3, beta 3 plus 4 plus 5 is equal 3. Beta 3 equal beta 4 equal 0. These are examples of null hypothesis for F testing. The demand for chickens in the United States, demand function for chicken, natural law yt is equal natural log beta 1 plus beta 2 natural log x2 beta 3 natural log so on, where yi is per capita consumption of chicken, x2 is disposable per capita income, x3 is real retail price per pound, x4 is real retail price of pork per pound, xk is real retail price of beer per pound. Economic theory, beta 2 is greater than 0, beta 3 is less than 0, beta 4 greater than 0, 4 less than 0, 4 is equal to 0. General F testing, in log and log model, yi is per cap consumption, chicken, so on. So I'm gonna skip p-value. For example, how likely is it to see a sample mean of 2.84 or something further from the mean in either direction if the true mean is mu is 3.0. X bar is 2.84 is translated to G square. G is minus 2.0 here, minus 2.0. So the probability of G less than minus 2 is equal to 0.022a. Probability of G is greater than 2.0 is here 0.22a. So the p-value is 0.022a plus 0.022a is equal to 0.0456. Regression on dummy dependent variables. The following model have a dependent variable which is dichotomous. 여러분 dichotomous 우리말로 0 or 1 양분법이라고 그래. 양분법. Linear probability model called LPM. Logit model, probit model. LPM expressed the dichotomous yi as a linear function of independent variable xi. For example, yi is equal to beta 1 plus beta 2 xi plus mu I, where yi is dummy. The value with 0 or 1. In table show the dummy value. Expectation of yi is 0 multiplied by 1 minus pi plus 1 pi is pi. Expectation of yi given xi, yi is beta 1 plus beta 2 xi is pi. So expectation yi given xi between 0 and 1 is a restriction. This figure shows linear probability model. Expectation of y given x, the probability of y equal 1 given x. 오케이, 오늘은 강의를 여기까지 하고 다음 33회 연강에서 여러분들과 같이 라짓 모델, 프라빗 모델에 대해서 공부하도록 그렇게 하겠습니다. 여러분 1시간 10분 동안 집중하시느냐고 수고하셨습니다.